Hello and welcome! In this video we will go through the Dragonflight campaign chapter called the Spark of Ingenuity. Now, according to the order displayed in the lore book, this is the 9th and final chapter in the Dragonflight campaign. Finally. So before we get into that, let's just check out what we did in the previous video, in the previous chapter called The Dreamer. So once again, because I can no longer show you the lore book entry, I'm going to have to refer to Wowpedia. Okay, so The Dreamer. Now that Malfurion Stormrage has taken Ysera's place in Ardenweald, the former green aspect has returned to the Emerald Dream. We have reunited the Green Dragonflight and defeated Rymek. Growing in power, Meritra now leads as the new Dreamer. And that's basically all there is to the lengthy chapter. So that's all there is according, or, well, summarized in the lore book. That's more accurate. Alright, so to start this video, to start the chapter, I had to do quite a lot of research again. And it turns out there is a breadcrumb quest. So meaning you don't really have to pick that one up. Or you could go straight for the next quest. But I'm going to include the breadcrumb quest just for this video. Okay, so we are now at Valdrakken, and I seem to have a quest that's not relevant. Anyway, we speak to Koszaru. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Happy to help with whatever you need. We pick up the quest called Learning Ingenuity. There are some goblins within Valdrakken that are investigating an abandoned Titan device. Honestly, they're causing quite a disturbance. Some are concerned their investigation could cause more harm than good. The denizens of Valdrakken would appreciate you meeting these goblins to see if you can find a solution to their investigation, without destroying part of our city. Meet Greyzik Cobblefinger within Valdrakken. You will learn the following questline reward: Bottled Essence. At the end of this questline you will acquire a bottled essence, which can be turned into a Spark of Ingenuity. Alright, so if you can see the waypoints through all these quest markers, then we are going to fly to the east, then ascend these sets of stairs, and here we are. This is the Titan device they were referring to, and as you can see there's a lot of goblin engineers tinkering with the device.
What's shaking?
What's up? And as you can also see, you can always skip this chapter if you already finished it before.
Be careful out there.
Nice to meet you. We could use another pair of hands figuring out how to kickstart this thing.
Don't be a stranger.
So that's the
Hey, how you doing?
the breadcrumb quest taken care of. What's up? Jumpstart? Jumpstarting.
Go get him, champ.
Some folks in the city claim this here device was created by the legendary Titan Watcher Tyr. Problem is, we can't get it to work. We tried all the usual tricks: disassembling, gyroscoping, a little mild electrocution. None of it besides the electrocution worked. Actually, I just had a great idea. See that gyrocopter over there? Hop in and let's see if we can give this Titan thing a little more juice. Help Greyzik power up the mysterious device.
Keep your ear to the ground.
For this task I need highly energetic researchers willing to skim over a pile of safety paperwork. So, you in or what? Okay, so we now click the gyrocopter to pilot it. And we supercharge the device. For that we get a progress bar. Okay, hotshot. Take my copter into the air. Make sure to be gentle about it. You need to keep it running to generate enough juice for the missiles. Clear the area. Yep, I said missiles. We're gonna give this pile of Titan junk a proper wake-up call. Primed and ready. Hit it! So the electromagnetic bolt 2000. Fire the makeshift weaponry on the gyrocopter and hope for the best. And that's usually how it works with goblin devices, I guess. So we aim it for the device, and you get 20% progress every time you hit it. My eyes! And the last one. Hey, it's working! Which can't be said about the gyrocopter. Eject! Eject! Eject yourself from the vehicle. Screaming optional. So then you parachute down. He says, that looks charged up to me. You want to do the honors? So we activate the engine of innovation.
Welcome, adventurer.
So we now know this Titan device is called Engine of Innovation.
Greetings, mortal.
And who are you? To ensure the Engine of Innovation would not be misused, Tyr created me to oversee any who sought its power. Only those worthy will be able to unlock the engine's full potential. What is this device? Keeper Tyr planned for all eventualities. He suspected there would be a need to empower the craftspeople of the realm one day. Thus he created the Engine of Innovation. It possesses the ability to create a unique material that can help an item achieve expertise beyond that of mortal ability. I think this one only appears later on, so I'm not gonna read that. But basically, no, just gonna skip that.
Perseverance rewards.
What power do you seek?
More challenges await.
By the way, you owe me a gyrocopter. Sure, buddy.
May you be worthy.
Okay, so as you can see, we got an achievement progress, lock and shock. Now, what I should have mentioned earlier, but it's no big deal really. This quest is not part of the bigger achievement called Friend of the Dragon Isles, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So as you can see, it's not listed in here. However, it is part of the one I just showed you.
Let us see if you are worthy.
In Tyr's footsteps.
Stand strong.
And this text might seem familiar. Keeper Tyr planned for all eventualities. He suspected there would be a need to empower the craftspeople of the realm someday. Thus, he created the Engine of Innovation. It possesses the ability to create a unique material that can help an item achieve expertise beyond that of mortal ability. To ensure his engine would not be misused, he created me to oversee any who sought its power. Only those worthy will be able to unlock the engine's full potential. Are you equal the challenge? Find the first challenge of Tyr in the Azure Span.
May to claim the power of the engine, you first must prove you are worthy of Tyr's invention. Seek out my statue in the Azure Span, and we shall see if you are up to the challenge.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so the Azure Span. I could fly there, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a flight to a nearby location.
We protect the Isles.
So, this is where we are headed, so we are going to pick Ronin's shield.
Glory to all.
And fly there. So for YouTube, I'm going to fast forward right here. Alright, here we are. Do ignore that, it's a Grand Hunt. It's not relevant right now. Okay, so once we arrive at Ronin's shield, we fly south, slightly southeast. And like she said, we have to look for a statue. Which is right along this path. Here we are. A massive statue. Ornamented statue. It feels as if the statue reacts to your presence, its mechanism slowly awakening and coming to life. First challenge of tier, Finesse. As you approach, the inscription on the statue emits a faint glow. Wield the Keeper's power and carry its light to a better future for us all. Complete the first challenge of tier in the Azure Span. For that we get Bottled Essence. Brimming with energy, this essence activates the engine of innovation in Valdrakken to create a unique crafting material. So if you use it, you fuel the engine of innovation to create a Spark of Ingenuity.
You have not shied away from your first challenge. An excellent sign.
Speak with Maiden of Inspiration to begin. So that's a projection of her. When we saw earlier at Valdrakken.
For this trial, you must leave the comfort of the ground behind. And rely only on your finesse and precision to collect the enchanted rings. Good luck.
So we fly through 10 rings. And if you've gone through any of these quests in previous expansions, you will notice how this looks very familiar. So we just try and hover or fly through these rings. And we also get an extra action button that says Boost. Launch yourself into the sky. So we go 1. There's 2. As you can see, there's loads of rings, so you don't really have to stay high into the air, but yeah, it's just convenient right now. As the cooldown on the extra action button is only 5 seconds. So that's number 8. No number 9. There's 9. And there's 10.
You have done well and earned your reward.
So you could hardly call this a challenge.
We watch the Isles.
Admirably done. You have earned your reward.
Serve order.
So as you can see, we already made progress on another part of In Tyr's Footsteps achievement. So yeah, let's now ignore that for now.
We serve the Titans.
The sweet taste of victory. There is great potential in small things. The bottled essence may feel light as a feather, but it holds immense power. Take it to the engine of innovation. Return to the engine of innovation in Valdrakken.
Farewell.
Until we meet again, adventurer. Safe travels.
So an optional objective is use the portal. But I mean, if you have one, why wouldn't you use it, right? So she said until we meet again. That won't be long. So we just return to the engine of innovation, which is, well, right in front of us.
Welcome back, adventurer.
As you can see, Cobblefinger has moved over to the site.
Have you come for a challenge?
Can you feel the potential emanating from the bottle?
Stand strong.
Fueling the engine. You have done well to pass the first challenge that Keeper Tyr left behind. Though this is but the first step in your journey, I have faith you shall do well. You have earned your chance at furthering yourself in unlocking the secrets of the forge. Add the bottled essence to the engine of innovation and see what occurs. Use the bottled essence to empower the engine of innovation.
Perseverance rewards.
So for this quest you get a extra action button again, called Create Spark of Ingenuity. Fuel the engine of innovation to create a Spark of Ingenuity. And the reagents for that is a bottled essence.
You have created your first Spark of Ingenuity. I am sure you shall use it wisely.
So let's check out this item. Provides the following property. Set starting item level based on crafting quality 622 to 395 and mark as Ingenuity crafted. Created by the Engine of Innovation in Valdrakken, this unique crafting material can help an item achieve expertise beyond that of mortal ability. So yeah, basically this empowers your crafted gear, which is, well, at the point that we are in right now, very outdated, but well.
Test your metal.
A Spark of Ingenuity, an item that can unlock potential unheard of since the time of Tyr himself. I am sure you shall use it wisely.
More challenges await.
Alright, next we have, in Tyr's footsteps, the Onaran Plains. Though you have done well in your first challenge, do not think you shall surpass all so easily. Keeper Tyr meant the Engine of Innovation to be only for those worthy enough to use it wisely. If you are undeterred, the next challenge shall be found in the Onaran Plains. I look forward to testing your capabilities, adventurer. Find the second challenge of Tyr in the Onaran Plains.
May you be. Do you wish to prove yourself worthy of Tyr's invention? Then join me once more for a new challenge. Seek out my statue in the Onaran Plains, and I shall reveal your next trial.
Alright, as you may have noticed, Cobblefinger has a quest now, even though he did not when we arrived. So that is actually, you could say, part of this chapter as well, but just for the purpose of following the story with the Maiden of Inspiration, I'm going to leave that quest for the last part. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. Alright, so I'm going to take a flight again to...
For the glory of the dragons!
Marukai. Yeah.
Go in service.
So once again, for YouTube, I'm going to fast forward at this point. There's Marukai. Alright, so after we landed, we once again head south, slightly southeast. Just aim for the waypoint. We can see another statue, or ornamented statue, appear. Quite a massive one. It feels as if the statue reacts to your presence, its mechanism slowly awakening and coming to life. Second challenge of Tyr, Might. As you approach, an inscription on the statue lights up with a faint glow. Wield the Keeper's power and show the undaunted determination of one who stands strong. Complete the second challenge of Tyr in the Onaran Plains. Once again we get a bottled essence.
It speaks well of you that you wish to test your might and continue on this journey. Shall we begin?
So here's the projection again. So an optional objective, which is, if you ask me, not optional. We speak with Maiden of Inspiration, because we have to defeat enemies, but there are no enemies. So it's not optional.
I acknowledge you.
Let us see if you are worthy. I am ready to begin.
We await their return.
Stand strong. Accelerated healing. Regenerates damaged tissue, instantly healing you. Whoops. My poisons have wore off again. go. New round. So those were Centaur, now we are getting Prime lists.
I need to target something first.
Here we go, now we get Jordan. Let's try and interrupt that. And soothe it, if I remember how to do that. Whoops. Go, full heal. It's really convenient. Now we get a Proto Dragon, which has less health than the others. Well, I do want to avoid getting hit by
You
Stone
have
Eruption.
done well and earned your reward.
That was fast. Not sure how I killed it that fast. Oh well.
Greetings, mortal.
Once again, you have done well and earned your reward.
We watch still.
And there we go.
Be
Second
well.
challenge, Might.
What has brought you to me?
Well-earned victory. The smallest of things can contain the greatest of treasures. Take the essence to the engine of innovation. Return to the engine of innovation in Valdrakken.
Safe travels, mortal.
Until we meet again, adventurer. Safe travels.
And we get another portal, which we conveniently use.
Welcome back, adventurer. Greetings, mortal.
Can you feel the potential emanating from the bottle?
Stand strong.
Okay, let's just insert the bottle, I mean, not the spark. In Tyr's footsteps, the waking shores. You have proven yourself well so far, and though I have great faith you are worthy of the engine, I still must challenge you, as is my designation. Go to the waking shores and find my statue, and you shall receive further instructions. Find the third challenge of Tyr in the waking shores.
Do you wish to prove yourself worthy of Tyr's invention? Then join me once more for a new challenge. Head to the waking shore and seek out my statue. I shall reveal the next trial when you arrive.
Alrighty then, so the waking shores. And I'm going to the Flight Master again.
The Isles have awakened.
And we are going to fly to the Skytop Observatory.
Aspects
And just as before, for the sake of uploading this video to YouTube, I'm going to remain quiet now. And there's the Skytop Observatory. Sorry. Alright, so this time we fly northwest instead of
The rivers
south.
of the waking shores are teeming with life today.
Shut up, Wolford. Right. And you have to aim for a cave, as you can see. Now, unfortunately, it is surrounded or filled with enemies or wildlife. But what do we see here? A broken ornamented statue. Did I say an? I mean a broken ornamented statue. What happened there? No clue. This once majestic and imposing statue now lies in ruin. Third challenge of Tyr, persistence. It seems those who have reawakened with the Isles have not been kind to Keeper Tyr's creations. Perhaps finding the missing pieces of the statue would help. Retrieve missing parts and repair the broken statue.
My structural integrity has been compromised. I am unable to begin the trial.
Structural integrity has been compromised. Okay, that's a very nice way of saying my statue is broken.
Come in order.
Stand strong. What happened?
Displaying record log number 34-1352. I shall project the images of what occurred before my breaking. Please stand by, adventurer.
Trust in order.
Projection complete. I sustained critical damage and require repairs immediately.
That's nice recording hardware you have there. So we are to recover a broken head, broken arm and broken orb. So that makes sense. No head, no arm, and the orb is broken in half. Looks like a bit like a very weird eggshell. I guess there's weird enough creatures on Azeroth. They could have eggs like those. Okay, so we now head north to this location, the Lifebinder Observatory. We've already been here before on the initial campaign.
Their fortress. The Zhorod enforce the creatures.
Alright, so let's take a safe approach for now. See where we are supposed to go. So over here we have a broken arm. Just gonna go stealth. Right. So I do think we should be fine as long as I don't get too close. I mean, tiny character like mine carrying a part like this, some things don't make sense. Even after being cut down from the statue, the Watcher's arm still holds onto the hammer. Alright, so this is really quite the disturbance, so well. So next we go northeast, where you can see, as far as I could remember, okay, yeah. A Kalashi Marauder dragging the broken or the destroyed orb along with him. So this time we can't do anything about well, using CCs, we just have to kill him. He has more health than those at the Might challenge.
I require a target.
Alright, now we get the broken part, Shattered Orb. Shattered into pieces, the orb's once brilliant light seems to be gone forever. And to the south, slightly south east, I guess. You can see the last part, which is inside some area. Now we are just going to take a safe landing. Okay, and over at this tower, right about here, you can find the last part, which is a broken head. Now he is standing, or he's not even standing close to it, he is sitting on it. So yeah, I do doubt we can, well, I could use Vanish. Let's just kill him. For being the bastard he is. Let's drop Battle Cry. This. There we go. Broken head. Taken as a trophy, the stone head's cold eyes stare into nothingness. There we go. Now we just return to the statue to repair it. So we enter the cave. There we go. The statue's been repaired.
My structural integrity has been restored. Thank you, adventurer.
Obviously, anyone can repair a stone statue, a stone sculpture.
The land reawakens.
As you approach, you can feel the warmth of the Titan's energy flowing through the statue once more.
We watch still.
Excellent work as always. I feel that Tyr's faith in the future was not unfounded.
Farewell.
Third challenge of Tyr, persistence embodied. So we can instantly complete this one. Your third challenge was meant to have you overcome unfavorable odds. It was to help show me your persistence in all matters. I believe fighting Jaredon and fixing my statue with the expectation that I would issue you a challenge is more than sufficient to fulfill your victory condition. You think you catch a small smile play across her lips. So we get a third bottled essence.
Serve order.
And achievement progress.
Trust in order. I acknowledge you.
Victorious. Once again I ask you to bring this essence to the Engine of Innovation. Return to the Engine of Innovation in Valdrakken.
Be well.
Until we meet again, adventurer. Safe travels.
And we get the portal again. Alrighty then. So we just step forward.
Welcome back, adventurer. Have you come for a challenge?
Have you noticed that each bottle is brighter when you bring it here? It shows that you are meant to walk this path.
More challenges await.
Okay, so I'm just gonna click this one. There we go. Fourth challenge of Tyr, resourcefulness. The engine is close to reaching its full potential. All it requires now is a power core to process any essence put into it more efficiently. Tyr left the knowledge of such devices with Watcher Iridius. Go into the halls of infusion and find him. I am sure he will help you with whatever you need. Obtain a power core from Watcher Iridius and defeat the primal tsunami in the halls of infusion. For that we get another bottled essence.
Do you wish to prove yourself worthy of Tyr's invention? Then join me once more for a new challenge. This time you shall need to venture into the halls of infusion and use your resourcefulness to seek out what is needed.
Alright, so if you've seen my videos in the previous chapters, or if you just went through the previous chapters, the previous campaign, you will recognize the name Watcher Iridius. So that means that we will have to go through a dungeon, which is called, it's slipping my mind for a second, the Halls of Infusion. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for a second part, a second video, because this video would take a little bit too long with that dungeon included. However, since we already recorded a video with that one, I'm going to just pick some important parts to include in the next video. So yeah, let's summarize what we did on this video so far, on this chapter called the Spark of Ingenuity. So we started with a breadcrumb quest that took us to Greyzik. He told us that he was trying to power up a device that was created by Keeper Tyr, but that he had not been successful in finding a way to start it. He then asked us to use the nearby gyrocopter to try and activate the Titan device. After fully powering up this device, or this engine of innovation, the gyrocopter caught fire, but we were able to eject out of the helicopter just in time. After interacting with the engine, we were greeted by a Maiden of Inspiration, so the one that's well, standing over the engine, and that's been casting projections when we arrive at her statue. She informed us that Tyr predicted that crafters would need it one day. However, to make sure it would not get misused, there are a series of challenges to prove our worthiness. The first one took us to the Azure Span, where we had to complete the Finesse Challenge. We interacted with a statue of the Maiden of Inspiration, which spawned a projection of her. This projection launched us into the air, where we had to collect 10 rings while descending. As a reward, we were given an item called Bottled Essence. Next, we returned to Valdrakken through the provided portal and used this essence on the Titan device, so the engine of innovation. This gave us our first Spark of Ingenuity, which is a crafting reagent that increases the item level of crafted gear. For our second challenge, we were sent to the Onaran Plains. Over there, the Maiden had us fight projections of Centaur, Primalists, Jarden, and finally a Proto-Drake. After beating this challenge of might, we received our second bottled essence, which we turned into another Spark of Ingenuity. The third challenge took us to the Waking Shores for the challenge of Persistence. However, this time the statue depicting the maiden had been destroyed. She accessed some security footage from which we learned that the Jarden had destroyed the statue and took several parts as a trophy. There were 3 parts that were scattered at the nearby Jarden territory. After repairing the statue, the Maiden deemed that our efforts served as an act of persistence as we overcame unfavorable odds. Quote, open quotes, unfavorable odds, close quotes. As we had completed this challenge, we received our third bottled essence, which we once again transformed into a Spark of Ingenuity. According to the Maiden, the device, or engine, had nearly reached its full potential. All that was needed was a power core, which can be provided by Watcher Iridius. So in the video, or the chapter called the Silver Purpose, we already met this Watcher, because it was the first boss in the Halls of Infusion. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to include the full dungeon this time. I'm just going to leave in important parts like, well, looting the power core, I guess, and maybe killing the Primal Tsunami, but yeah, it's not really anything special. So yeah, I'll just see about that when I record that video. Anyway, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will check out this next part as well. See ya!